Hey everyone, so I had a bunch of questions that people asked me after my last few videos. So I wrote them down in my handy dandy journal and I'm going to answer them. Alright, so one of the first questions that I actually get quite often is what kind of wax I use on my journal pages to keep them from sticking. And what I do is I take a 50-50 mix of paraffin wax and beeswax. The cake looks like this. And what I do is I melt it on a double boiler on the stove, or I use one of those little wax burner things that uses a tea light and it melts the wax to put scent in the air. That works actually pretty well, and I form the block in a ramekin. And you know, you can buy these anywhere. Look at thrift stores and whatnot. So you put 50-50 in there, you mix it up, and your block comes out of it. And this one's pretty thin. I usually make a much larger. I usually fill the ramekin up. I use this same method for making blocks for bookbinding as well, because I buy big 5-pound blocks of wax for bookbinding. So then, you know, you get this, and literally what you do is you take it, and if you have a page with acrylic paint or gloss medium or gel medium on it, you just take this and you rub it on the page, and then you take a piece of old t-shirt and you buff it out, and it gives it a really nice waxy sheen. The other thing that you can do is if you've got a really heavy impasto page, you can take that and you can heat it up with a heat gun or a hairdryer and then rub your wax block on it, and you get a much heavier covering of wax on it than you would if you're just rubbing it on a cool page. It will... sometimes the wax will pick up. You can see some paint that this has picked up in the past. It will pick up some paint. So if things aren't completely dry, or it'll pick up watercolors and gouache and things like that a lot easier than it does acrylic paint. So you'll end up with, you can smear your paint. But if you're careful, it works pretty well. So anyway, that's answer to question 1.